Hi, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about how I'm frightened of ownership law. Well, and also frightened of fair work, fair doings. Now, folks are going to say, well, Jordan, why would you be frightened of fair work or fair doings? It's what lets you do this here on YouTube. First off, I'm a doll, and ownership of a doll is hard to get ownership over something that was made for everyone to work with or to show off or to gather or whatever the sake or why for them with the doll is. So I'm not frightened of that. But I'm here to tell you how fair work and fair doings sometimes may work for someone and it may not work for someone. But luckily I was never in a ownership bind over anything I did on YouTube. That was never I never gotten in bad standing over ownership of any film I ever made. I guess it would be hard to. Someone would have to come on and say, "Oh, I own that house," or "Oh, I own the stuff in the film," or whatever. But the truth is, none of them could say that. You know, and the truth is that it would be hard for them to show ownership over anything I was doing in my films. Even the offshoots or the knockoff films even the offshoot films I did, even they are still would be my own too. So, but I'm always frightened about since I never got my stuff lawfully owned. I mean, I didn't go to the leadership and then sign on a sheet and then give the and then give a fee so I could have my stuff lawfully owned for 1 year or continue on the ownership of that said thing. It's true I do have ownership over my films as long as I live, and once I die, those said films then become everyone's. But why would anyone want to do anything with my films is beyond me when I die, but that's their own business. So, yeah. And if I ever did get in a ownership bind with someone, it's their word fight my word. I don't know what to say. I don't know what or what not to say. How does one answer all that stuff? I don't know, and I don't do anything. And I know to the folks out there who like to do it, like to do fair use, they would see my films as boring. It'd be like, my film, these films are mine. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Well, be your word fight my word, because you never got yourself lawfully owned. Yeah, I do have ownership over my films for as long as I'm alive, and once I'm dead, anyone can then do what they want to do with them. Well, it's my stuff, and good luck you, and it's my stuff, and good luck you showing that it's not your stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that. I wouldn't want to be in that bind that some folks are in or put themselves in. Not to say anyone puts themselves in a bind because they don't. But anytime you're doing fair work or fair doings or whatever you want to call it, you are putting yourself out there to get yourself an ownership bind, even if that was not your grounds. You know? So that's why I don't do it. Because it would be one of the most frightening things that I could get into on YouTube, you know? Because there's this whole big. See, when you go through and you fight the ownership bind, or whatever you want to call it, when you dare it, you gotta go through and fill out all this shit. You gotta put all kinds of stuff in about your film, what's in your film. Oh, you never meant that why you believe your film is fair work and not actual owner and not their work. And then you hope that that was good enough for YouTube, or you hope that that was good enough for whoever put the ownership on your film would take it off. And some do, and some don't. Some some it's actually irks them, makes them mad, and gets them to take the stuff down anyway, and get you in a strike, puts you in bad standing. Which there is no warning when it comes to ownership. It's 3 strikes and you're out. There is no warning, unlike followership oversight, where there is a warning and 3 strikes. So no, I don't want to get myself in that. Yeah, well, you're good. You're doing the way that films should be done. Or the way I pick to do my films, not the way they should be done, but at least the way I choose to pick my films. You know? And I hope that I never get an ownership bind of anyone's stuff. Yeah, you hope not. You hope you never do. Yeah, I hope I never do either. So, that's it for me. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.